Besim Mihiru Amin Ra. In the name of the Most High God, the Beneficent, the Merciful, I speak. I give praise and honor to our Rasul, for without him, none of this would be possible. I bring to you this morning a point of view that we will take into consideration. It is based around what is happening in and around us right now. We are due for an election soon, and that election is going to cause something to happen to us as a people. So we have to find out what is the way, what is the Kabbalah of the students of Fahami as taught by our noble adept prophet, Paul Nathaniel Johnson. Peace be with him and his message. In the name of the Most High God, in the name of the Most High God, I speak. The black race are the hot climate people evolved, and they're still evolving, even today. That is, turned over and around under the heat of the equatorial sun, which is responsible for their hair and color, the torrid zone that belts the earth, the hottest place on earth. And they came up out of the torrid zone and became the fathers of all mankind in the Ancient of Days, regardless of the color of their skin and grade of their hair. We, the blacks, came into being in the Tropic of Cancer, and by nature have great power from the sun. Isis, called Isith by the Greeks. We call her Hesari, Hesa, and Amen, being our Adam and Eve, were the first to control that power. And they, by that, became the world's first farmers and champions in the fields of agriculture. They taught the human race how to control that force from the sun. We are trying to reintroduce that same idea to you. This is what Fahami offers to you, this soul force from the sun. From their knowledge of the facts of knowing, the knowledge that their victory caused great joy to all mankind. Isis became the original virgin mother of the gods, our Eve, and Amen, our Adam. The word Eve means even, and the word Adam means red. Therefore, the red sun is Adam, Amente, Amentu, while Eve, being the red moon, becomes Amente, Amenti, the wife of Adam, the red sun. The sun setting red, while the moon setting red, symbolize Adam, eating the forbidden fruit. Here we are trying to give you an explanation as to what happened in that Garden of Eden. This is what we are told in our classroom happened in the Garden of Eden, what the Garden of Eden was all about, as opposed to what the Christian Bible has told us about the garden. The explanation that they gave us was more symbolism than what we're giving you here is more reality. By this information coming out of the mouth of the priest in the land of Ham, Mertharti made the earth a virgin. Also because of the cultivation of all noble herbs, that is, these herbs heal nations because of their inborn values to the man. Thus, Mertharti, called Hathor, parenthesis, means mind and memory, became Mother Nature, while Osiris, or Amun, became Father Nature. This is a divine understanding of the motions of the heavenly forces. We're taking you in a different plane of thought. We're taking your minds in a different plane of thought. This is a divine understanding of the motion of the heavenly forces or bodies which are responsible for replenishing the earth and its inhabitants around the torrid zone. All 7 of them, one way or another. We have no knowledge, or we have no argument with some of our Christian brothers. We see them on television, we see them arguing with each other. We have no argument with them. As a matter of fact, we have a disclaimer in our Muhammad Gospel that makes mention of the fact that we have no argument with any of the things that you people are saying. Because what we are saying is an altogether different world. And if you stop and think about it, we are speaking about things that happened 50,000 years in time. And how can you fathom that when you can't understand what you did last week? With that said, to what extent is the Negro pulpit uplifting the race? Question mark. The Christian pulpit has never been acknowledged to be a great power for good among all people. Coming as it does, divinely commissioned, and hearing to man a divine message, it has a claim upon the attention and the acceptation of mankind. It claims to be heard, is founded on the fact that it has something to say, some truth to communicate about God, His character, His purpose concerning man, His unbounded goodness and infinite love about man, His duty and His destiny, and the great salvation offered to them. Is this not what they all teach? They teach this because they say that they have something to say. And they say these things in the things that they teach. The Christian pulpit is peculiar and inseparably interwoven in the social life, moral deployment, and religious growth of the people in its character. It is to be the representation of the highest standards of ethical deportment and best example of religious life. All of these things they profess to have in their teachings. We ask the question, to what extent is the Negro pulpit uplifting the race? We ask that question when we open this session here. From it, the people are to receive their inspirations for that which is pure, exalted, and ennobling. To the Christian pulpit, the people look for the loftiest ideas of life. That's what they come there for. We're saying that they're not receiving that because the church has gotten away from its original idea. The original idea, the way the church was originally taught, when we taught mankind what Christianity was all about. The cult of Ra. The cult of Ra. And on that basis, the Rasul said, whether it be Christianity, whether it be Hinduism, whether it be Mohammedanism, whether it be Muslimism, whether it be any of the isms, all of them, A-L-L, need a new interpretation. In this respect, the Negro, so-called, more than any other, for more than a quarter of a century ago, from a Tharadon, which fettered his body and imprisoned his intelligence and buried him in ignorance. These are the things we're saying that this philosophy has done for our people. It has not uplifted him. It has torn him down and has created great doubt as far as he is concerned. It was the Christian pulpit represented at that time by the good old fathers of those dark and trying days, to whom the good and limited bishops saved their people from conditions which would have been vastly more deplorable, but for such moral and religious instructions as they were able to impart. As a race, we have moved an amazing distance from that period. Schools, seminaries, and universities have sprung up as if by magic. The education and the Islamic altar is an indispensable factor in the elevation of the races today. From the Christian point of view, Islam in its character is to be the representation of the highest standards of ethical deportment and the best example of culture and religious life, because Christianity's educational system has carried the race only 1/3 of the way. From the Islamic point of view, in its character, it is to be the representation of the highest standards of ethical deportment and the best example of the culture of religious life, which is our encyclopedia of thought. Yeah. We say that the Christian church has done nothing to raise the temperament of the people, because they have not given the people any idea as to what is your purpose. What are you trying to accomplish? We're trying to accomplish what Mark, Matthew, Luke, and John did. Some Greeks or some Hebrews or what have you. How is this elevating our people? So as a result, we get a constant diet of this over and over again. The scriptures that they read speak about a people other than themselves. And we are led to follow this. Therefore, we take a stance that the Christian pulpit or the Muslim temple or the Hindu mosque or whatever they call themselves have failed to give us, the people, what we need. It is only through understanding that we will find what the true path, the true Kabbalah is all about. With that being said, peace and blessings of the Most High God be upon you.